Hey team, this is Kimber Williams, and I wanted to come to you today and just ask you a question and challenge you all today. Are you a problem solver or a problem identifier? Growing up, it was really instilled in us that when a problem arises, when an obstacle arises, whatever that may be, that you don't just take it and say, you know what? This problem came up, that's it, it's not going to happen. Whether you have a goal or you need something different to happen, what you do is you step back and you say, okay, this is the reality. What do I need to do? What needs to be done to make this happen? And what I'm finding with this business is that the majority of people are problem identifiers. You know, when you're working with people, you're talking to them about the products or about the business, things like that, you'll find people will say, oh, it's too expensive, I can't do that. Oh, that's just not going to happen. Oh, I don't have time. And then you have the people that say, you know what, it's a little bit out of my price range, but let me figure that out. You know what? I don't really feel like I have the time, but this is important to me, and so I'm going to figure it out. Those are the problem solvers. And so something I'm finding is that in working with customers and ambassadors is that that's one of the reasons why I really try to ask questions is that with our daily lives, we get so, we have this daily routine with our kids, with our spouses, just activities, and we get so, it's easy to get so set in the way that life is that we just kind of take what comes at us. And so what I'm finding is that a lot of times people aren't even aware of what's going on deeper, and they aren't even aware that they could think beyond what's just right in front of them. And so, I love asking people questions of, you know what? I hear you saying that you are in pain all the time, that you can't even play with your grandchildren. Do you feel like $60 a month would be worth it if you could feel amazing and have more energy and be there for your family? And asking questions like that can cause people to think outside that box, because it is so easy to get just, wrapped up in life and in the daily activities that we go through. And so I want to take that a step further and ask, in your business, are you a problem solver or problem identifier? When people, we'll all go through seasons, and we'll go through seasons where every person we talk to says it's too expensive. And then we'll go through seasons where every person we talk to will join. When you go through those seasons and people are saying no, do you just say, well, Plexus is too expensive, everybody's saying no? Or do you say, you know what? Let me look at this. How can I overcome this? Maybe I need to present this in a different way. How can you be a problem solver instead of someone who just identifies the problem and backs off? One example of this is that growing up, our family would always get so embarrassed by my mom. Okay, so say we go to a hotel. Okay, we get there, my mom had ordered, say, a rollaway because there wasn't enough room for all four of us. So we get there and they're like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you don't have a rollaway. And so my mom says, okay, how can we get a rollaway? And I'm sorry, ma'am, there's just none left. So my mom, she wouldn't get upset. She would say, what can we do to make this right? Because when we called in, we had asked for a rollaway and you promised us one. What can we do to make this right? What can we do to make this happen? And I can tell you that the majority of the time, those people figured out a way. Whereas typically someone, you go to a hotel, they say we don't have a rollaway, you're mad, you're upset, I'm never going to go back there again. But my mom has learned how to be a catalyst to help somebody else be a problem solver. And so that is something that I love about this business. I love helping people, asking them questions, helping them see potential and possibilities outside of what they normally would. So I want to challenge you all today. Are you a problem solver or a problem identifier? And start to see how you can look at things through a different lens. And so I hope that this is something that really helps you think and, gets you to start looking at things in a different way. I'm so proud of you all, and this team is just rocking and rolling. We have 120 people added so far this month, and I just cannot wait to see how this month ends up.